today for the Bitcoin price. And yes, guys, this is a very important video. Bitcoin is right now going crazy, and I want to talk about it. Talk about my multi-million US dollar 100 Bitcoin trade. You can see right now raking in 212,000 US dollars in a profit. When am I going to close it? What price targets am I expecting? Is there more upside from here? And more importantly, the most frequently asked question I'm getting everywhere: did Bitcoin hit bottom yet? People are asking me on Twitter and everywhere. Let's talk about that. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for smashing up the like button. I am here right now on the marina in Formentera, a very small island. And of course, I am here to talk about Bitcoin with you, dear beautiful followers. Now let's go here straight into the charts. And before I'm doing that, I wanted to actually show you one thing. You know what? I will show you this later in the end of the video, because this is the single best chart I've seen since a long time. Quick celebration, 1 million followers over on Twitter at mmcrypto with the verification checkmark. Thank you so much for following me. Thank you so much for 1 million people joining the mmcrypto army. You are a force for good. And now let's go straight into the charts. If you follow me on Twitter, please smash up the like button on this YouTube video as well. 1 million likes? Not likely, but let's see. Now let's talk about the Bitcoin price. You can see here on the weekly candles, Bitcoin is still below the 11-year support, but we can see some fight happening here, right? And you know the deal. I am talking about it for a long time. We need to get back above the 11-year resistance, which was 11-year support, never broken, right? Well, one time broken, actually. We can see it here. In March 2020, we went below, we closed below. You can readjust it a little bit, but in fact, we stayed below for like maybe even 2-3 weeks, depending on how you draw it. At least for 1 week, we stayed below and then we snapped back above it. So it's not the end of Bitcoin here just because we are below, but we need to get back above. Of course, if we are getting another rejection here and even breaking below the previous rejection point, of course, that would be very bloody. However, so far it is looking good for Bitcoin, not only in regards to that, also in regards to this one specific chart I want to show you right now, because there are a few models which are thrown away now. Like, so many models were completely like blown away by this Bitcoin dump. Few models are holding, and actually one model, one price prediction model, is perfectly on track. It's this one here. I posted it a few minutes ago, like 2 minutes ago on, wow, 200 likes in 2 minutes. Beautiful family. Over on Twitter. And what you can see is I'm saying Bitcoin is back on track. What you can see here is the Bitcoin 4-year trend with standard deviations. You might ask yourself, what is a standard deviation? Let me go here into it. And it's a little bit statistics, right? I studied economics, so maybe it's a little bit easier for me than for someone who never had statistics. But usually a standard, most of the things are in a normal distribution, right? And we have this value, mu, it's the mean. It's the predicted value in this case for the Bitcoin price. And then we have standard deviations on the right and left side, 34.1%, 13.6%, and so on, which are deviating from the expected mean for the Bitcoin price. And you can see here the blue band. This standard deviation is perfectly predicting every single Bitcoin bottom, whereas the red band is perfectly predicting every single Bitcoin top. And we saw in 2015 2 dips down to the blue line. We saw in 2019 and 2020 2 dips down to the blue line. And now we are seeing once again another dip down to the blue line. We are already there. So what would this mean in the grand scheme of things for the Bitcoin price? For now, this would mean we can't go much lower. Yes, it means we might get a bounce, and in accordance to that model, we might get a second dip. At this point of time, the line will already be higher. Right now, this line is predicting we hit the perfect bottom. We hit the standard deviation, let me go back. We hit the perfect predicted standard deviation band here for the basically 5th time in the last 7 years. And in accordance to that, we can't go much lower from here. And this, dear ladies and gentlemen, is of course not something I can promise you. But in accordance to statistics, perfect. That's exactly what we want to see, right? And this is why I am still keeping my trade open. Of course, I'm a man of statistics. I love to follow the statistics and not my emotions. I'm keeping this trade open. If it might fall lower, I will stack up and I will decrease my liquidation price, which is right now sitting at $17,200 US, $220,000 US for this trade in a profit. And of course, you might ask, what should I do if I didn't join you on this trade? Yes, I talked about this trade. I talked about it in the last 2 weeks. Every single time I talked about it when I was scaling it higher, when I was going higher. But if you are standing on the sidelines right now, would I join a trade? Would I jump into a trade right now? Well, I would be very, very cautious. If you want to jump on a trade, be cautious and do it on very low leverage. Talking about 2x, 3x, 4x, 5x maximum. I'm on a 9x leverage trade. I would not join a 9x leverage trade right now. It's very likely that we are getting another 10% dip down. Very, very possible. So be careful. If you are jumping on a trade, do it with low leverage. Do it only as experienced trader and based upon your own research, trading at your own risk. However, you can, of course, in the pinned comment down below, get a $10,000 free bonus. The Bybit link, Femex and Binance all together is 10,000, maybe even now, more than $10,000 in free bonuses. I'll check. I'll leave it in the pinned comment down below. You can scroll down, click the link, make your own account, and after your initial deposit, you are getting these bonuses for free. Trade with caution. Be lovely. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching until the very end. Thank you so much for smashing up the like button and sharing the video with your friends. We are going to see each other very soon at the next one of MM Crypto. And as always, guys, as always, bye-bye.